All right, here we've got Super Smash Bros. Melee. We used to play Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 64, but I think this is the one we played the most.
In college, yeah.
Back in college, and I actually have unlocked a lot of the unlockable things, like the unlockable
Oh, you better
stages.
have unlocked Mr. Game & Watch.
Yeah, and also because I play as one of the unlockable characters. Well, I play as Pikachu a lot, but I also play as Young Link a lot. So we got stuff unlocked, and we're ready to go. You want to battle each other in Super Smash Bros. Melee?
Yeah, but I gotta be Mr. Game & Watch. That's the only
That's your guy,
That's
huh?
the only requirement. I can't play Melee if you don't have Mr. Game & Watch unlocked. It's like, fuck it, I'm not playing.
Is that because you're a fan of the actual like Game & Watch machines?
No, it's just
like...
because when we played in college, nobody would pick this guy, and you had
felt
like
bad
everybody
for him?
like, well, I don't know why, I just picked him and thought, okay, well, let's see what this guy is, and then everybody was like laughing, like, why are you playing as Mr.
Right.
Game & Watch? And then I start getting good at him. And then it was funny that I was good at the shittiest character in the game.
The one nobody
so
used.
then I kept I kept doing it, and that's my thing now.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fight each other. It's gonna be best of 3. Whoever wins gets to choose next week's episode of James and Mike Mondays. Yeah, we're gonna do stock instead of time because I always hated time because if you're fighting, the time runs out and it's like, oh, that stinks. You don't know who wins because the time runs out. So we'll put it on stock.
Yeah, time sucks. Nobody likes time.
Exactly.
You want to win by winning. Well, you know who I'm picking.
All right. So my guys are either Young Link or Pikachu. I'll try Young Link. I haven't used it in a long time. And let's do it.
All right.
Best of 3. You want to pick the stage?
Sure. Let's see. What was remember there being an F-Zero stage that was real cool? Oh, that one?
That's the F-Zero stage, I believe, yeah.
This game had a lot of great stages.
Yeah, it really does.
This is all coming back to me now. I was like the Earthbound stage, too.
Yeah. Oh, man, I haven't played this in a while.
I mean, I have not played this since... Gee. Well, okay, I have played it a few years ago or whatever, but it wasn't since college when I played as Mr. Game & Watch.
Ooh.
Because people don't always have them unlocked. Assholes.
Well, what about the N64 Super Smash Brothers? What did you play with that?
I don't remember. That was too long ago. But when that was the first Smash Brothers, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. They had a great commercial for that. It used to be the characters, and they were all like mascot characters. Like there'd be a mascot, like Mario or whatever, and then they were all like beating the shit out of each other. It was really funny, kind of like the Bugs Bunny's birthday blowout episode that we did. It's sort of like that.
Like what? It must have been a big deal, right? Because
that was one of the biggest games for the N64.
Yeah,
definitely.
When you first heard about it, did you like?
I was actually still in high school when the first time I played it.
Oh, really?
That's how old it is. Yeah.
When did it come out then?
Like 98 or 99.
Anyway, like when it came out, did you feel like that fanboy excitement? Like, oh, I get to play as Link and Mario all in the same game? Or,
Yeah, a little bit, I guess. Oh my god. How did you even die? I didn't even see what happened. I think I saw an explosion on the screen.
I was just busy talking about when the game came out instead of playing the game.
Yeah.
I can't do both. That's the problem.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna switch it up for the next one. I won the first round. I'm gonna go to Pikachu. He's my guy. And you're gonna stick with Mr. Game & Watch, huh?
Yep.
All right, here we go. James picked the last stage. I'll pick a stage here.
Yeah, what's a good one?
I think my favorite was always the Hyrule stage. This one. So let's do that. Hyrule Temple.
One of the cool things about Mr. Game & Watch is always finding him do something new that you haven't seen yet.
He's like waving flags.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't even.
It's like, what is he doing?
He's got like a frying pan with like a fish in it or some shit.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Like that right there. It's like he's like throwing hot dogs out of a frying pan. It's like what?
Yeah.
I don't even understand what's going on with that guy. Oh, bomb came up from behind.
Or I forget which moves were effective. Like how was I so good with this guy in college? I don't know what my tricks were. Because honestly, he kind of sucks.
I always thought he was awful. I could never believe you used to use him.
Yeah, but I was good with them, wasn't I?
You were back then, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Now if only I could get it back. kind of like Killer Instinct with Spinal. Like Spinal is one of the hardest characters to play as.
Yeah.
But certain people who are good with Spinal are really good.
Speaking of Killer Instinct, there's a new Killer Instinct.
Yeah, is that out yet?
Xbox One. I believe it's out.
Oh, gee.
I think it's a launch title for Xbox One.
Are you getting the Xbox One?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it pretty soon.
Ooh, we gotta play
So
that.
we'll have to do that soon.
And
Mr. Game & Watch is such a fucking weird character. Like, I don't know, like, a lot of, like, when I play other people, like, I can anticipate
what they're gonna do.
what's gonna happen. With
Yeah.
him, it's like, all of a sudden there's a fucking, like, bologna sandwich flying out and shit, and it's like,
Yeah.
what do you even do to this guy?
I think that's why I always
Like,
loved him.
he just had a, one of those, like, scuba fucking things on his head. If you,
Yeah.
I don't know if you even saw that. It's like all these different weird things.
You know what? It's been so long with this game that I don't even remember what do the numbers mean. Does it mean 3% left of my health, or does it mean 3% like damage?
You want your number to be lower, and you want the other, like the
So
higher.
am I winning?
Right. Yeah. Well, you have one less guy though, so I'm
Oh,
still
okay.
winning.
I get that. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to get the other person's percentage higher, because the higher their percentage is, the further they'll go when you hit them. Because the whole thing is you want to knock them off the side, you know?
Yeah. What the hell is that thing?
It's a Pokemon thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've never knew enough about Pokemon to know what it is, but I just mean in general, what the fuck is it?
Well, what is anything from Pokemon?
Look at that thing.
A bunch of weird, like, weird characters.
Ooh.
It's like you said in that fucking, when you, like, those, like, nerd quote of the
Oh,
week
do you remember
things.
those? The movie quote of the week?
Yeah, you did, like, the Pokemon thing, and it was just that one thing was like,
Yeah.
or whatever. I actually saw that movie in the theater, the original Pokemon movie. I made a point to go to the theater to see that. Which is quite embarrassing.
Now, Pokemon's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, bomb blew you up. Alright, you're gonna have to win 3 in a row here to win. You know, I used to use Mario sometimes. I'm gonna use Mario. Alright, you can choose the stage.
Okay. What's the Earthbound one?
That would be down, down, to the left, 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 up. Left, that one.
Ah.
Ready, go!
Now, why did I like this one? I'm trying to remember. Well, I guess I just like that it looks so innocent. It doesn't look like a place where people will be fighting. You know what I didn't like? Actually, Earthbound Super NES was just the fighting parts. You know how sometimes with an RPG there's like, you know, it's hard to explain.
Like
when
Final Fantasy?
Like Final Fantasy or Chrono Trigger. You know how the fighting mechanism is kind of different in all those games?
Yeah.
I always like the ones where you can kind of see what's going on a little more. Like if he attacks the character, he goes over and swipes him with the sword or something.
Right.
Earthbound, it's kind of like you just have like, from what I remember,
You just have points.
you have like, yeah, you have an enemy on the screen and you attack him, and you don't really see yourself going up and doing the move.
Right.
And that always kind of made me feel like, okay, you got to use your imagination a little too much with it. I think we used to talk about how it says drugstore right in the center. Like that's the first thing you notice.
Right.
And it seems like this whole
They're
area
on
is
drugs.
just on drugs. Like
Everything's
we,
like bright
we
color,
decided it's like what?
like acid, like LSD.
Like I don't think this is really Mario and Game & Watch. It's really just two regular guys on the street who got drugs, and now they're just like this whole thing is just a drug trip. And
Look at that thing. What was it?
oh,
You know what's funny is like the last 2 rounds on Hyrule and on this one, I didn't even kill you. It was the fucking bomb that like came in and killed
Oh.
you. Like it wasn't even me doing it. It's just like you run into like bombs.
so anyway, I think that's the game, huh?
I guess that's that.
You won, so you got to pick the next game.
You ready for this?
Okay.
Sonic 06. Actually, it's called Sonic the Hedgehog, but a lot of people refer to it as Sonic 06. It's supposedly
Horrible, right?
Yeah, it's supposedly really horrible. Have you ever played it?
No.
I think we should do this next week.
Well, that's been an AVGN request, but it's a little too new.
Well, AVGN is all about he's going to take you back to
Yeah.
the past, right? So this is not really the past that much. I mean, I know Xbox One is out now, but
Well, I guess we're gonna take you back to 06.
Yeah, at least.
Oh my God, Sonic 06.
Next week, Sonic 06.